So, Oregon, the year is 2020, and they got two of the best players in college basketball. In fact, they have the first and second pick in the 2020 WNBA draft. They have the number 1 pick, Sabrina Ionescu, and they have the number 2 pick, Satu Sabally. Two players that you could argue are two of the best players in the entire WNBA. You have got Satu, who has made an all WNBA first team in her only healthy season. She's had one healthy season since 2020, and she made the all W first team. You have Sabrina Ionescu, who got injured for her rookie year, but that didn't matter. It did not matter that she was injured in her rookie year. She was exceptional from year 2 onwards, and she made the all W second team this year. They are the types of players that Oregon team had. And also, she was injured, but they had Niara Sabally, who was the overtime hero for the New York Liberty in Game 5 last year. But some fans are not upset about Sabrina Ionescu and Satu Sabally tampering. Fans are making tampering allegations after college teammates reunited at Unrivaled. I'm sorry, two players saying they want to play with each other is something that has happened since the dawn of time. Men's basketball, women's basketball, it is something that has been happening since the damn dawn of time. I don't think this is in any way an issue at all. And I don't understand why this is an issue for people. This is basketball. It is basketball. At the end of the day, it is freaking basketball. And, it happens. It happens. I'm not, it really doesn't matter in any way if this is happening. So this is an article from Grant Young. In exactly 2 weeks from now, Unrivaled is happening. One of the most compelling parts is that fans get to see superstars teaming up for the first time, as they're usually pitting against each other. This creates fascinating combinations and a chance for players, usually rivals, become teammates, perhaps friends, by the time Unrivaled season ends. It also means that former teammates and perhaps former teammates can now reunite, which is the case for Oregon superstars, former Oregon superstars Satu Sabally and Sabrina Ionescu. And obviously, they're posting about, being back together. They reunite for Media Day. And Satu rocking Adidas. Yeah, I have no idea what she's signed for. But it says here, she's set to become a free agent. She can be cored. She is not a free agent. And a lot of people are like, oh yeah, she's an unrestricted free agent. No, she's not. She can be cored. With the core rule, it effectively means you're a restricted free agent. And I'm sorry, restricted free agents have no choice where they go. And if Satu wants out of Dallas, it's going to cost you. It is going to cost you. And for me, I only think there are 2 teams that are in the running for Satu Sabally. And the reason why I think there are 2 teams in the running is because, one, it's going to cost quite a bit. These teams do probably have the assets to make Dallas at least consider getting rid of Satu. As well as that, these 2 teams have a chance of keeping Satu next year. So I think nobody else other than the Indiana Fever and the New York Liberty could go for Satu. Tampering going crazy. Please step in. Tampering. I'm sorry. This is basketball. If you have an issue with this, you've got, you should have an issue with the entire sport of basketball. How many times have we the damn Nova Knicks in the NBA? Nobody's crying out for Jalen Brunson tampering because they brought in his college teammate. We've got the 2000, we've got so many situations where players that are just friends want to go play with each other. Players can want to go play with another team for any reason. Also, she's literally, if she was a full free agent, she can sign for whoever the hell she wants to. If she was a free agent. But she's not. They have to trade for her. And then the Dallas Wings control where she goes. This is not a team. You cannot stop players from talking, especially when Unrivaled's a thing. It would be I don't know, let's just say hypothetically, Satu Sabally played for Fenerbahce like she had done every other year, and then Niara Sabally played with her. Or the fact is that they're literally, if you're saying, oh, it's tampering, her posting a picture with a former college teammate, it's tampering, having a problem with that. So then is there an issue? Where do we draw the line? Like, is it a problem when Satu Sabali shows up to WNBA Finals Game 5 wearing a Liberty jersey to support her sister? Is that drawing a line? I'm going to be honest. Like, that, or if we're being completely honest, is that what we're doing here? Is that what we're doing here? Like, look, I don't care if Satu can go where Satu wants to go. I don't really care. I think it's a lot of Fever fans, but like, at the end of the day, what constitutes tampering? It's like, if players just posting pictures with each other is tampering, does that mean the fans demanding she goes to the Fever? Does that mean the fans are tampering too? Like, where do you draw the line then? I understand like tampering rules from like officials, but still, I'm like, where do we draw the line on this? Either way though, I still think it's I still think she's more likely to go to Liberty than she is to go to the the Fever. I think the Liberty have a better offer. I think the Fever are going to be very reluctant to give up the 8th pick in the draft. I think the Liberty are not going to be reluctant in any way to give up the 7th pick in the draft. And the New York Liberty have Maureen Johannes. Simple as that. As whatever people are saying, you know what? Okay, the Fever have Nalissa Smith for a trade, which they do. The Liberty have Maureen Johannes, who's better than Nalissa Smith. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about it. The better player of Maureen Johannes or Nalissa Smith is Maureen Johannes. They have her that they can trade, even just the rights to her, because she'll be coming over on a rookie deal whenever she wants to come over next. And Maureen Johannes wants to come to the WNBA. And worst case scenario for Dallas, if Maureen Johannes says, I want to play with Gabby Williams. So then Seattle suddenly have to give her assets, or give assets to get her. Or if she wants to go to Golden State have assets. So Maureen Johannes is a very, very, very big piece in this trade. So you can give up 7 in Johannes, whereas the Fever are probably going to look to give up Nalissa Smith and still try to keep the 8th pick. So the Fever either have to go all in on Satu and pray she stays, and they'll probably have to offer Smith and 2 firsts to outbid what the New York Liberty can do. And the New York Liberty can afford Satu as well. I think that's more like the more likely scenario. I think I saw something about the Indiana Fever's offseason, and it's like giving up Smith and another couple of picks. Giving up Smith and it's like 2 firsts for Satu, and then you go out in the offseason and you obviously have Satu then, and you get Natasha Howard. So then you have Natasha Howard, Satu, Caitlin Clark, Kelsey Mitchell, and Aaliyah Boston, which is a really good 5, but I don't know. I don't really know what the outcome of that is, but I do think that it's more than likely she plays for the Liberty. At the end of the day, I could not care less about the fact that her and Breanna are playing together, and if you want to call it tampering, where the hell do we draw the line on that? Anyway, see you guys.